before we dive into the races, let's talk about Alex Marquez. He's number 2 in the World Series, World Series in the Championship Series. And, 2 brothers since Venus and Serena finishing 1 or 2. He did it without his brother. I probably gave him a little bit of flack saying, he wasn't sustaining, especially after his injury. He wasn't, riding the same way he was at the beginning of the season and stuff like that. What are you guys' thoughts on him? The way he was able to win the sprint and still get on a podium in the GP, even though he didn't win the GP. We'll start with TJ.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty incredible to see, brothers to, have stats like that. You don't see it too often. He can walk around with a chip on his shoulder now. He's actually proved that, he got second place. So it's hard to beat his brother as it is, but I think if his brother was on Honda still or even out for the season, it would have been Alex's, because Pecco didn't show up. Martin was out. So, but I mean, it's good to see Alex get number 2 and to fight this weekend. Felt like he had the pace to be up front. There was times where he was a little up in the back. He had to fight to get past a couple riders, but he did it cleanly and just shown that he's a second place rider.
Right.
I mean, I didn't have the confidence in Alex this year at all. So
no, at the beginning of the year.
From last year to this year, I hats off to him. And I don't know what his brother finally instilled in him, but it's good to see.
Yeah, Smitty, TJ made a valid point. I mean, if Marquez wasn't there, Alex might have walked away with the championship this year.
Yeah, he would have.
How do you look at that? Is it if Mark wasn't on a Ducati, would Alex be riding as good as he's riding? Or if Mark wasn't on the bike at all, will Alex been able to find his way?
Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit more to it. But according to you, the 25 and 24 are totally different bikes, right?
Different bikes, yeah. According to me, according to Ducati.
No, according to you, because you always say that's why Pecco can't ride it. That's why.
it's according to Ducati, man. I mean,
I know.
I was saying this earlier to cut you off. I was saying this earlier to someone. I'm like, I don't know why people don't get mad at me when I'm right. I know it's such a thing, man. So. What?
Anyway, back on the point. So if Mark was there or not, I don't think that has any impact on Alex's performance because there's nothing Mark could tell him to help him ride his bike better. You see what I'm saying? So Alex is kind of his own man right now. He don't need his big bro to show him the ropes anymore, follow him around. But TJ, he made some great points, and I agree, with all of them. But to add to more of what TJ said, I enjoy cool stories in sports, to go off script. I enjoy seeing LeBron and Bronny James playing on the same team. I enjoy seeing Carmelo's son do good in Syracuse. I enjoy seeing things like that. And It's cool seeing the brothers now be 1 and 2 in the same class. So it's just the story that's, that keeps things in history, and these things will go on forever. We talked about decades from now. And it's cool to witness these things firsthand, so.
Yeah, I agree because, you can look at the McEnroe brothers in tennis, but, the younger McEnroe wasn't like John McEnroe, so, it was different. Paul Espargaro, Alicia Espargaro, these guys were here already, and, they both, I believe, have at least won races, but, not at the same level of what Alex and Mark are doing.
Correct.
What are your thoughts, Reese, on what the guy said, and anything you want to add on Alex and Marquez and being 1 and 2?
No, Mark and Alex 1 and 2. That's just a great accomplishment. It goes down in the record books. But even TJ and Smitty said, if Mark wasn't there, it's still not going to change it. I think Alex still would have been there because you could see in the off season, them two were training. I know they were showing, I think Mark was on a V4 and Alex was crazy enough, it was on an R6. So I think, him training with his brother and out there learning different lines and learning different brake marks and, being on a different bike. And then as you know, like you say, the 24 and the 25 is completely different. It just helped Alex, excel that much further along. So I don't think it would have been any different. I think if Mark wasn't there, I think this would have been an Alex championship for sure.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know anybody that betted on that. They would have been, they would have been rich because I don't think any of us saw that at the beginning of the season. But for him to finish, and he's finishing strong. I mean, that's the best way to finish out a season is to finish strong.